What's up folks, and welcome back to the channel, and today we're going to be following Connor, and I'm interested to learn more about his software instability, although I don't think that we're going to find out exactly what that means today. But first we have to find this person named Amanda. I'm assuming because this garden is so beautiful that the person that we're going to meet, Amanda, is the owner or creator of CyberLife, and that she wants to talk to Connor because he's the primary investigator on their end, and she has a lot to lose depending on how this Android rebellion goes. What's up, lady?
Hello, Amanda.
Connor, it's good to see you. Congratulations, Connor. Finding that deviant was far from easy. And the way you interrogated it was very clever. You've been remarkably efficient, Connor.
Thank you, Amanda.
We've asked the DPD to transfer it to us for further study. It may teach us something about what happened. The interrogation seemed challenging. What did you think of the deviant?
It showed all the signs of deviancy. Cognitive instability, unpredictable behavior, and the emulation of human emotions. It was even afraid to die. The model was clearly defective.
This Lieutenant Anderson has been officially assigned to the deviancy case. What do you make of him?
I would define him as dysfunctional. He obviously has a personal situation impacting his professional behavior and seems to have no interest in the investigation.
Unfortunately, we have no choice but to work with him. What do you think is the best approach?
I will focus on the investigation and try to ignore him. As long as he doesn't interfere and we avoid conflict, he shouldn't be a problem.
More and more androids show signs of deviancy. There are millions in circulation. If they become unstable, the consequences will be disastrous. You're the most advanced prototype CyberLife has ever created. If anyone can figure out what's happening, it's you.
You can count on me, Amanda.
Hurry, Connor. There's little time.
Can I help you?
I'm here to see Lieutenant Anderson.
Do you have authorization?
Yes.
Lieutenant Anderson hasn't arrived yet, but you can wait at his desk.
Okay, so now we have to look for Lieutenant Anderson and find his desk. I'm just going to assume that it's probably the messiest one here in the building. This one here looks pretty messy. Here we go.
Excuse me. Do you know what time Lieutenant Anderson usually arrives?
Depends on where he was the night before. If we're lucky, we'll see him before noon.
Thanks.
Explore the new office. I think we should do some snooping. Progress the case. See the deviant or examine his desk. Knights of the Black Death. Dark heavy metal.
Call Hank Anderson.
Hi, this is Hank. Not here at the moment. You can leave a message if that's what turns you on, but don't expect me to call back. Beep.
What the hell? Why is there a phone on the desk? I just find it kind of weird that there's a phone randomly chilling on the desk, and Connor has a phone built into his system so he wouldn't have to actually use it. Okay, here's where the real snooping begins. And donuts, that's not stereotypical at all. And some coffee, that goes hand in hand. What else? A Japanese maple, interesting. Huh. It's dead, but can there be some connection drawn to Amanda's garden? Matches from Jimmy's bar. Hairs, canine hairs, St. Bernard dog. Red Ice Task Force 2027 multi-department unit responsible for the Red Ice network dismantle of 2028. Well, that stuff seems to be resurfacing. Detroit police dismantle a network of red ice dealers. More than 50 arrests throughout the country. Detroit's finest has dealt a massive blow to the city's growing red ice epidemic, with a number of high-profile dealers and suppliers now behind bars and narcotics seized with a street value of $500,000. Detective Hank Anderson, a young but hugely talented detective, is said to have been instrumental in the operation, which took months of planning. The DA described the work of Detective Anderson and his colleagues as model investigative police work. Detective Anderson promoted to the rank of lieutenant, becoming the youngest lieutenant on the Detroit police force. Lieutenant Hank Anderson was among the most decorated detectives in DPD's recent history, securing a number of high-profile arrests and serving as an integral member of the force. Captain Fowler said the promotion was long overdue, describing Anderson as among the most talented police officers he's ever worked with. The new lieutenant is expected to rise quickly through the ranks of the department and is already being tipped as a future commissioner. New record seizure of red ice in Detroit. Nearly a ton of red ice discovered in the hold of a boat after a long investigation conducted by Lieutenant Anderson of the Detroit Police Force. Okay, so Hank's career seems to be tied around the production and dealing of red ice around Detroit. But what we haven't learned is, why does he hate androids so much? And I think we're obviously going to learn that down the road, but not here. Okay, anti-android slogans. Jeez, bud. And one more thing. He also seems to like basketball. Okay, good to know. So we came to the conclusion that Lieutenant Anderson was a decorated police officer.
It's good to see you again, Lieutenant.
Oh, Jesus.
Hank! In my office.
Enter and listen in, or explore the office. I think we should go in and listen. The other thing we have to do is go and talk to our android friend. But that can wait.
I've got 10 new cases involving androids on my desk every day. We've always had isolated incidents. Old ladies losing their android maids and that kind of crap. But now, we're getting reports of assaults and even homicide, like that guy last night. This isn't just CyberLife's problem anymore. It's now a criminal investigation, and we've got to deal with it before the shit hits the fan. I want you to investigate these cases and see if there's any link.
Why me? Why do I gotta be the one to deal with this shit? I am the least qualified cop in the country to handle this case. I know jack shit about androids, Jeffrey. I can barely change the settings on my own phone.
Everybody's overloaded. I think you're perfectly qualified for this type of investigation.
Bullshit! The truth is, nobody wants to investigate these fucking androids, and you left me holding the bag.
CyberLife sent over this android to help with the investigation. It's a state-of-the-art prototype. It'll act as your partner.
No fucking way! I don't need a partner, and certainly not this plastic prick.
Hank, you are seriously starting to piss me off. You are a police lieutenant. You are supposed to do what I say and shut your goddamn mouth.
You know what my goddamn mouth has to say to you?
Okay,
Huh?
okay. I'll pretend like I didn't hear that, so I don't have to add any more pages to your disciplinary folder, because it already looks like a fucking novel. This conversation is over.
Jeffrey, Jesus Christ, why are you doing this to me? You know how much I hate these fucking things. Why are you doing this to me?
Listen, I've had just about enough of your bitching. Either you do your job or you hand in your badge. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got work to do.
Well then, I won't keep you any longer. Have a nice day, Captain.
Alrighty, let's go see the Deviant now, but I have no idea where he is. Probably back here somewhere. There he is.
They're going to destroy me.
It's probable. They have to analyze your biocomponents. They need to understand what happened. I know there's something you didn't tell me. I need to know before they take you away. The sculpture you made. Tell me more about it.
I'm going to die.
Open the cell, quick! Hurry! I'll call Cyberlife. Clean this mess up.
Wow, I was not expecting that to happen, and I had to have questioned him because they were going to take him away and dismantle him and analyze his programming. So at that point, all the stuff that he knew and was able to convey to Connor would have been lost anyway, so I had to say something. And now we gotta talk, bud.
It's an honor to be working with you, Lieutenant. I'm sure we'll make a great team. In any case, I'd like you to know I'm very happy to be working with you. I'm sure we'll make a great team. Is there a desk anywhere I could use?
No one's using that one.
Okay, so we have our desk. Awesome. Now it's time to analyze some files. Fun, fun, fun stuff.
You have a dog, right?
How do you know that?
The dog hair's on your chair. I like dogs. What's your dog's name?
What's it to you? Sumo. I call him Sumo.
Do you listen to Knights of the Black Death? I really like that music. It's full of energy.
You listen to heavy metal?
Well, I don't really listen to music as such, but I'd like to. Have you known Captain Fowler for long?
Yeah. Too long.
If you have any files on deviants, I'd like to take a look at them.
Terminal's on your desk. Knock yourself out.
The plaintiff reports that he left his android at home as usual when he went to work. When he returned, the android was nowhere to be found. No trace of a break-in in the apartment. The android may have left home without being ordered to. The plaintiff claims to have been attacked by an AV-500 working as a waiter in the Fast Coney Dogs restaurant chain situated at 842 Chamberlain Avenue. The plaintiff claims the android lunged at him unexpectedly and attempted to strangle the man before leaving the scene. The android remains at large. The plaintiff claims to have been attacked by her android, an AP-700 model. The android also trashed several rooms in the house before taking flight. The plaintiff, the manager of the Eden Club, reported the unexplained disappearance of a sex android model number WR400. The android disappeared after accompanying a customer to his home and never returned to the club. That's a good clue because we saw a pamphlet for that club at Carlos's house.
243 files. First dates back 9 months. It all started in Detroit and quickly spread across the country. An AX-400 is reported to have murdered a man last night. That could be a good starting point for our investigation. You shouldn't let your personal situation hamper the investigation, Lieutenant.
You don't know what the hell you're talking about. So why don't you just run your program and shut the fuck up?
I'm going to file a report with my superiors that you refuse to work on this investigation.
Listen, asshole. If it was up to me, I'd throw the lot of you in a dumpster and set a match to it. So stop pissing me off. Or things are gonna get nasty.
Lieutenant? I'm sorry to disturb you. I have some information on the AX-400 that killed the guy last night. It's been sighted in the Ravendale district.
I'm on it.